Aloha!
Aloha!
My name is Laksmi-Ditton.
And I'm Michael Ditton.
And we are Infinite.
Activation.
Coming to you from
Southern California, Imperial Beach.
And very sunny today.
Yeah, beautiful day.
We are actually sweating again.
Yes, we are in a closed room without a fan on, so we can do webinars and stuff like that, and no noises or flashy lights off the fan or anything else. So
yeah, but it's like a new thing to learn to use fans again.
Oh man, I slept with the fan the last couple of nights. It's heaven.
Yay. And before we jump into today's topic, we wanted to share this one question we get asked so much, you guys, you are in cultural kind of relationship from different cultures and stuff. So do you fight a lot? Like, how is this, to be with someone from quite a different culture? And on the opposite, we actually are having lots of fun, and we actually have lots of jokes coming from it, and then sometimes we discover something exotic, like the other day. What did we discover?
Before you get into the other day, let me just tell you, some of you may know this, some of you may not. Last month was the first time Crystal has ever flown a kite, okay? 43 years old. So that's part of the cultural difference. It's just something she didn't have back then. Yeah. And there's other cultural differences which just I don't understand. Like, how do you not know what a s'mores is?
So do you guys know what
she saw s'mores
are?
on TV and said, "What's that? Oh my God! How do you not know what a s'mores is?"
So explain to other Estonians or some other people.
Okay, for those of you that don't know what a s'mores is, it is the tastiest treat. Normally, when camping or at the beach and you have an open fire, you take your graham crackers. I can do either regular graham crackers or the cinnamon flavored ones. And you take the big old puffy marshmallows, which you put on a stick and you heat in the fire. Matter of fact, if you get really good at it, you can kind of let it burn just a little bit and blow it out so it doesn't get too burned. You put that on there, you put the big old chunk of the Hershey's chocolate, and then you put the other s'mores, and you have one of the best sandwiches you've ever had. It's called
marshmallow.
Yeah. So it's cracker, marshmallow, chocolate, and cracker.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better.
Okay, so this is something for me to try. Once I've tried it, I'll let you know, guys, how that was.
She's going to be checking out s'mores real soon.
And one thing which I still haven't done is on my list to come up, what's that, Christmas Day?
Christmas Day or Christmas Eve?
Yeah, Christmas morning.
Yeah.
In your pajama and open the gifts. So for me, this is like so out of this world. Like, how do you get all up, like messy hair and bad breath, and you go and open your gifts? Like, doesn't make sense, but it's so exotic to me.
It's Christmas.
I want to do it.
Yeah.
So soon.
Yep.
Yeah. But today we wanted to kind of check in and give you a little overview what we have been up to during this COVID thing going on. So if you get here, thank you very much. Aloha to
Aloha.
You. And if you have some questions or comments also, don't hesitate to write those. So as this thing was, coming and becoming more and more serious, so we are both we have a background in sailing, and I'll kind of bring this in a little bit. So we have traveled the world, done lots of things, and one of the things we do really well is we readjust.
Yep.
So it's like kind of when you are sailing, you have a destination, you're kind of heading that way, and then you see like, wow, a storm is coming. Like right now, this COVID is kind of like a storm. So what do you need to do when you're heading into the storm with a sailboat? What do you need to do?
Well, your choice is simple. You either go straight into the storm and get your butt kicked, or you tack, and you basically will tack out of the path of the storm, and once you've cleared it, you can tack back and head to your destination again. So you may lose a little ground. It may take a little bit longer. You also may have a whole new journey to experience, which can be a good journey. And you still ultimately can get at your destination if, in fact, it was the destination you were after. Sometimes a storm comes in and
you have to readjust.
You adjust. You adjust, and you find out that wasn't even the destination. You have another destination. So you have to enjoy the journey but you also have to be willing to adjust.
And while you are on this journey and all these like crazy things are going on, you may also discover that you need help to get to that destination which you have kind of like chosen. This was our case. So one of the things we did right away, we readjusted. So Michael's like schedule changed, my schedule changed. So we readjusted that first of all. And then we got this crazy idea to put together this new program, online program. Our inner families were on fire and we just dove in like crazy. So 19 days, like non-stop, like almost 14-15 hours a day. We were both working crazy. You know, Michael was setting up Kajabi with everything there. I was like creating the content, and we were going through this and kind of setting it all together, like building a house basically with 19 days. And it was such a fun process, because once you get into this process, you have no fear, because you're so like immersed with this creativity, you know, creative juices and creative ideas and how everything kind of comes together. So while in this, we've also figured out, wow, we need to do some crazy ass webinar for
Yeah.
What was the webinar about?
And we're talking about the fear right now. We created a webinar called Positive Infusion, how to turn from fear to courage. And what we mean by that is fear can be very paralyzing, but fear can also be a very good motivator, and it is truly your choice. So this Positive Infusion webinar was able to kind of convert that fear into courage, and we also were able to introduce our new and Reinvent Yourself program, which takes people through the steps.
Yeah, so that Reinvent program we basically put together is like, oh my God, there's so many people, other people who are struggling with like figuring out how to restructure, reorganize their lives, as well reprioritize. So we're like, okay, what are the main 4 things which are so important? And we put that into the program, you know, working with yourselves and relationships and future and finances and life purposes. So we did like a big ass program together. And then we did this English webinar, which was real success. Within a week, we got like almost like 50 people signed up.
Yep.
And many also bought stuff from there. And then I got all these Estonian people like approaching me like, Crystal, you know, we want this also in Estonian. Can you do one in Estonian too? So I did that and I threw it out, and within a week I got like almost 100 people joining that one. Yeah. And also doing, you know, purchases and stuff. And we also had our very first like 1,000 euro purchase done during this time. And as we were going through this, we also realized we need also more help how to scale what we have even more. And then we had our amazing contact, Shantanu in India, coming to the board and saying, hey, I have this 16-day challenge. Would you guys want to join? And we jumped on to learn about completely new social media platform.
Completely new.
And how was that experience?
It was a 16-day challenge, which is what it was called.
Yeah.
And we definitely, one of the things we like to do is we like to throw ourselves into the trenches and learn as much as we can so we can share that with others.
Yeah. And in that program, we just finished another webinar, which we just did today, from scarcity to abundance, which was also a learning experience in so many ways. So with a lot of positive feedback in a completely different way. So we learned all these things as well. And now going through all of these processes, we are actually taking a moment to really acknowledge ourselves for all of these small accomplishments. But while we were in this process, we also had this huge kind of recognition coming. And tell us, Michael, a little bit about that. So first we had this one, which came pretty fast.
Well, last year, before we left Hawaii, one of the platforms that we use so that we can continue to serve other people better and get that information out there is Kajabi. And Kajabi provides a good working platform for us. Well, Kajabi tracks our progress because, you know, it's part of their business, and also they also share stuff with us to make us feel better. And one of the things they do is when you reach milestones, and this one is a 1K milestone. So we reached that milestone relatively quick in order, while we're serving other people. And this year,
during COVID.
Yep, just about 2 weeks ago, we
Yeah.
reached another milestone, and we hit the 10K
10K.
milestone. So,
and we got a really beautiful gift. This is another little, notebook with a little card, kind of reminding us that this is where we should, write down our new goals.
yes, and we're not saying this to brag. What we're saying is, even in a time of uncertainty, mindset makes a big aspect of what we're doing and what we're going through and how we handle it. We realize that there's a lot of people out there that can use the information that we have, and Kajabi provides us that platform to get out and share it. And we share what we can with everybody else so that they can make the decision on how they want to do it, either incorporate it for themselves, share with their family, share with their friends, and things of that nature. So.
And in the future, it's actually predicted that one of the new most important and also most successful industries will be e-learning and e-industry, so to say, e-courses, online learning, and so on. And Kajabi can play amazing role because they have a platform where you can put all these courses up. There are pipelines, there are several ways it can support. There is, your e-shop is there, everything is connected, and all you need to do is basically start to produce.
Yeah.
It's made so simple, so you don't need to figure it out all by yourself.
And we're not doing a sales pitch for Kajabi. We're just sharing the level of success and gratitude that we're having for being able to share the things that we have with a program of such.
And it's been a really helpful container, and also, almost like an accountability partner, because it's also, tracking us. So we put the first, new goal we put was 50K, because the next pin is 50K. And it's not actually so much about the money, it's just, we want to serve more so we can serve bigger, and then we can also, invest that abundance into new projects and, do it even bigger and scale even bigger. So that's the purpose of it.
Yeah, it's important to be sustainable in order to share the message. And there's nothing wrong with that. And what we do is we hope to be super sustainable so we can share the message further. I mean, we're global right now. But we want to take this to the next level.
Yeah, and today's webinar was very international. It was so cool to see all of our friends there and some new clients as well. So this is where we are heading. The borders are kind of gone, we all have internet, we can log in and do it. And in case you see this and you feel like, wow, this is something I need right now, I'm trying to reinvent the wheel here, myself, whether it's yourself, or, this tech stuff. So we have basically both we can share with you, like how to reinvent yourself, what technical tools you can use to build up your new, life purpose channel for your abundance to come in. And in this process also learn with that as well how important it is to acknowledge your accomplishments. And as entrepreneurs, we oftentimes we don't really often enough stop to say high five for the webinar we did today.
We did a good webinar.
Or high five for this 10K pin we got. This is team effort, and we also need to celebrate as well, take time off and not feel guilty of taking time off. And whatever that is, it's really important to take those moments of acknowledgement as well, because this is the time when you reap your fruits and you enjoy, the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
And hustle.
We're supposed to take time off?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yay. We our time off is basically every day we actually have beach walk. Now the beach is opened again, and when it was not open, we walked.
It was called street walk next to the beach.
Yeah. So you adjust there as well. So what we are recommending you to do, just kind of check in with your destinations. where you are heading. Do you need to readjust, as Michael was saying, with the, sailing,
And if you do enjoy the journey.
Yeah, and as you're also heading into the storm, or, are in it right now, one of the things I know you have to do when you are doing that is you have to pull the sails down, because otherwise the sails will be broken, right?
It's happened to me.
Yeah. So it's also, you will have less momentum from certain, elements, and you have to figure out how to still keep going. And if you need help in that process, we are here for you.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. I see there are some people here.
Yeah.
Cassandra Towle, Debbie, Debbie Satan, Eric Lugano. Wow, we even have Africa represented today. Mark Coopert, Wentz Weehouse, and Leah Rainsar. Aloha to everyone. Please stay safe, and thank you so much for following what we are doing. And we'll connect this with the next blog, with the next task sheet. So put these tips and tools into work. And we also put the Kajabi link, so if you need help, let us know.
Yep.
We are here for you, and all the best. Stay cool, stay safe. Mahalo.
Mahalo.